I'm Jessica. Let's cook. I am going to be making some biscuits. So right now I just have my self-rising flour and I've added my butter flavored Crisco. And I'm just mixing that together until the Crisco is all crumbly and the consistency is just that of like graham cracker crumbs, crumbly with the flour and the Crisco. And then I'm going to add some buttermilk and a little bit of hot water. As you can see, I've peeled some purple potatoes and I have those on to cook, boiling with some salt, pepper, and garlic. We're going to have garlic mashed purple potatoes. I have my hot oil in my cast iron skillet, getting ready to add my biscuit mix to. I'm going to have some lunch. Now I'm going to add my buttermilk. I really don't use measurements. Add just a little bit of the hot water. And we're going to mix that together. Okay, I've got my biscuits ready to be put in the skillet. I'm waiting on it to finish heating the oil that I put in the bottom of the skillet, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. I'm also making some fried chicken breast. I am going to make some like the Nashville Hot, where I dredge them in the cayenne pepper and then into the flour mixture seasoned that I have, and then I'm going to fry these chicken breasts. The Nashville Hot chicken breast. I won't do all of them hot with the cayenne. Maybe do half of them hot and half of them just plain seasoned. But that's what's for lunch. Okay, I have my oil hot in my cast iron skillet and I am ready to pat out biscuits. I do not roll them out with a rolling pin and cut them with a biscuit cutter. I use my hands and pat them out. I will try to show you what that looks like. Okay, make sure I have the tops floured, my hands floured, and I just pinch off the piece, roll it around in the flour, and then I'm going to pat that out. And right now I need two hands to do that, so I'm going to have to put the camera down. And that's what that looks like, and you can tell that oil is hot enough because you can hear that sizzle. Okay, now I've got all the biscuits patted out, and I like to take a little bit of this hot oil and just spoon it on top of the biscuits. Gives it a crunchier crust. It's going to be so delicious. In the oven they go, baking at 375 for about 25 minutes. Okay, I think my oil is starting to get hot enough. You can see that it's rolling around in the skillet and bubbling up, which is a good indication that it is at the right temperature. I do have a thermometer I could use, but I just eyeball everything. So I'm going to add my floured chicken breast, and we're going to start frying some chicken. I will say this is not easy holding this camera with one hand while dropping chicken in hot oil. Can be quite entertaining at this point. We're going to let that cook. It already smells yummy. I just turned the chicken over. It doesn't take long to cook boneless, skinless chicken breast in hot oil. You can see the darker coloration on these chicken breasts. That's that cayenne pepper, and that is going to be delicious. Okay, I've got some vegetables washed that I'm going to do like a simple vegetable stir fry or saute. These are vegetables that Bryson has grown in his self-wicking tubs, and you should go watch those videos on how to grow those. This has been a fun experience, and now it's going to be a delicious experience. And this is the biscuits, ready to eat. Sauteed vegetables, starting to look really yummy. So the meal is finished preparing, and Bryson is going to taste test it for us.
Let's start with potatoes. That's good. A little bit of squash and zucchini. If I can get it on. That makes all the garden work worth it. That's really good. And now for some chicken. Let me tell you something, guys. You've been out spraying fence rows all morning, you're hot and tired. You come in and this is what gets put on your plate. I'd marry her all over again just for this plate. It's awesome. Fresh tomato, you just can't mess it up. But I got a biscuit. Y'all just going to give me a minute. That's so good. Don't get any better than this.